Greetings, YouTube, and welcome. Welcome and greetings. I'm Wolf King, and you are watching Wolf King's Vids. So today we have a brilliant erudite radio host that has created a very intriguing correlation between the California wildfires and the rise in LGBT rights. Let's just share that content and observe. Okay.
That California introduced 10 textbooks into public schools that turned sodomites, that is, men from Sodom doing what men from Sodom like to do, and turning pedophiliacs and homosexuals into heroes. And that was the point of the 10 textbooks that were issued for the first time. I believe that Jerry Brown signed the bill that encouraged homosexual indoctrination in California public schools for 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10-year-olds. And that came into fruition this year for the first time. 10 textbooks introduced into California public schools that presented pedophiliacs and homosexuals as heroes for 6-year-old kids, 8-year-old kids, 10-year-old kids, 12-year-old kids. This was the year that happened. It also happened to be the year that God brought the most severe possible judgment on California, at least to this point in California's history, destroying some several 100,000 acres, would have been closer to 400,000 acres of and tens of thousands of homes, and creating some $180 billion worth in damage. It was the year that California charter schools invited transgender kids in and persecuted kids who used the wrong pronouns for little boys who were trying to turn themselves into little girls, or little girls that were trying to turn themselves into little boys. It was the year that American children were persecuted by schools for not worshiping at the temples of transgenderism.
That's right, folks. God punished California for basically introducing gay rights into the education system. Oh, and by the way, pedophiliacs and homosexuals, because, you know, the right never supports pedophiliacs. Roy Moore. Roy Moore. I'm sorry, I got this cold. But I agree with them. Ad hoc hypotheses are the best explanations to go with when you're talking about trying to explain certain phenomena. But yeah, I would agree with them. It's completely possible that God is controlling the weather and basically making it so that wildfires destroy innocent lives and property and the environment. It has nothing to do with, I don't know, like these crazy notions that these scientists are coming out with, these ideas about climate change and how the dry vegetation, the heavy winds, and just the heat overall with the temperature and precipitation, that would create some kind of like event like these wildfires. No. It's completely things we can't falsify or measure or quantify. I mean, that's what we should be focusing on. We should be focusing on controlling the lives of human beings, because that's the best way to measure and account for things going on around us in nature. Basically, if our old values from millennia are chimed in with how individuals ought to act, that's the only way to ensure that, you know, nature doesn't destroy us. Oh, wait. A lot of that happens anyway. Well, we shouldn't focus on evidence-based inquiry, right? We just should just go with the shoot from the hip. If it's not in the Bible, then it must not correlate with reality, because reality has a very liberal atheistic bias. But I do agree with this individual. What was his name? Kevin Swanson. He is right. God really is just a crazy man out to let the world burn. And if these are the kind of individuals who believe in him, why should we? because while the world burns, the rest of us are on it. We have to live on this planet. So rather than doing things to make the madman stop burning it, we should do our best to make sure the fire never begins. But that's just my view as a godless heathen. But that's my 2 cents. We'll have to see, like, if whether or not if Yahweh turns the California into the burning bush. But that's all I gotta say. This has been Wolf King. Peace out. If you like this video, you know what to do. Stop it out. Dare to know. And peace out. See ya. This guy's a fucking idiot, by the way. Bye. Hail Satan.